This is the kind of picture that Simon from 2012 or 13 would have never imagined capturing. When I first started out doing more serious photography, I had my Nikon D200, which shot comfortably up to like ISO 800. That was about it. And my 50mm 1.8 lens. And I remember at the time I got that camera lens combo thinking like, this is the pinnacle of photography, which I guess in some ways it was. Like the D200 was fine. It was a good camera back in the day, but I was just not capable of capturing a photo like this, largely because I just didn't know what I was doing, but also I didn't have the gear. Plain and simple. Like that combination, the D200 and the 50mm 1.8 lens, could not get this photo. And when I look back on the photos that I took back then, I like them. I'm very proud of them, and they're all part of my photographic journey. But then I compare them to photos that I take today, and they are just leagues better, just leaps and bounds. I wouldn't be here taking a photo like this without some of those originals. So it's all good. Like it's all part of the growing, learning process. And where I'm going with that is when I look at this photo today, I see all these like micro imperfections, and it's hard for me to not focus on the tiny little things that I don't like about this photo. Like for instance, this thing I don't know what it is. It looks like a bee, but I don't know insects. It's probably not a bee, but I'm going to call it a bee. The bee is facing just slightly away from my camera. Come on. It's so close. Like if it was just like 5 degrees to the counterclockwise here, it would be great, but it's not. The depth of field is just slightly too shallow. I shot this at f8. I should have used f11 or even smaller just to get things a little more in focus. And overall, I really like so many elements of this photo, but it's those tiny little things where I'm like, come on, if only I had done this or this or this. But I need to step back and realize that it's all part of the journey. It's all a spectrum and continuum, and it never really ends. Hopefully in 10 years, I'll still be taking photos, and hopefully better photos, and continuing to learn. So objectively, I would say this is a good photo. I mean, there's a whole lot that I like about it. I really like the colors. I like the way the yellows pop out of the center of the screen. I like the purple drawing your attention immediately. I like the action of what's going on here. I really like the streaks in the background, where it almost looks like someone took a large paintbrush and just went shoo and just like streaked over everything. So I really like so many elements of this photo. And it's hard for me to not fixate on the tiniest little things that in my mind are like, man, this is so close to being perfect. But instead, I want to like it for what it is. And I do like it for what it is. And I would print this and put it on my wall. Maybe, I don't think I will, but it's a great photo. And I have to not focus on those tiny little things that bug me a little bit, but instead focus on the big picture of it. I've come a long way, and I hope it's not arrogant or conceited to say that, because I recognize that I have, and I also recognize that I have a long way to go. Hopefully I will never see the end of my photography journey.